sit back, around the fire, have a beer. Cheers guys. Well, first night here at South Lefroy, and it was a cracking sunset, but we missed it. We were out collecting wood. Now you're not allowed to collect wood from in here. So yeah, we drove out to the collection point, past the collection point, and got some wood. We got our first fire. Check her out. So this is also the first time that I get to use my new fire pit. I brought this a while back. It's light as, it's like 2-3 kilos. And it is a fireside outdoor pop-up fire pit. So yeah, seems to be working okay. It breathes well, there's flames. Not going to complain. So while I've been out dealing with the fire and kids, Jade's been inside cooking. What you cooking, love?
Pork snitty, mashed potatoes and cheese sauce.
Oh, a bit of pork snitty. Can we get some light on? Bit of pork snitty. What's in here?
Mashed potatoes and cheese sauce.
That'd be beautiful. Eat around the fire tonight and enjoy the night. You. Alright, dinner.
I'm eating dinner.
Around the fire.
Can you go sit down?
Doesn't get any better. This is what we've been waiting for, isn't it, guys?
Yeah.
We love a campfire. Good morning from beautiful South Lefroy. Beautiful night last night. No bugs, which is the first time in a very, very long time that we've had no bugs. We got to sit outside, and the best thing was, not only did we get to sit outside, but we had a fire. So it was pretty much the first time that we've got to be able to have a fire and sit around there and enjoy it. Yeah, it was magic. And then this morning, laying in bed, the window open, had that beautiful sunrise. The colours coming off the mountains or cliffs or ranges, whatever you want to call them, in the background there. It was just simply superb. I got out of bed and set up a couple of cameras to see if I could capture it. Last night we had about 1 million visitors underneath the caravan and underneath the car. There was a whole heap of mice prints underneath there, so a little bit nervous about that. Don't want any of them to get in the car or the caravan and start biting wires. I've met a few travelling families that's happened to. But yeah, look at that. Beautiful backdrop. About a 10-metre walk to our caravan. We're on site 53, and according to Wiki, it was quite boggy to get in here, and it was in the back of my mind the whole time, thinking, you know, are we going to get stuck? We're quite big. We're quite heavy. I had it in 4-wheel drive, but yeah, it was nothing. There was not one sign of me ever looking at getting bogged. It was quite easy. Obviously the tyre pressures were down, but yeah, not down to sand pressures, just down to corrugated pressures. But yeah, I'll give you a tour of the camp a little bit later when the sun pops up. Yeah, so yesterday we pretty much rocked up, set up camp, and I was that exhausted that I fell asleep in one of the camp chairs underneath the awning. So I'm not sure if I'm going to get the boat off here. Beautiful weather, beautiful conditions, and a beautiful spot to go fishing, but we'll see what happens. We'll see what the day brings us. We have to go into Exmouth. We've got some bits and pieces to pick up there from the post office. So that's might take out half a day. And then, yeah, so today's Thursday. Today's good weather. Tomorrow's meant to be good weather. And then Saturday, Sunday, Monday is meant to be raining. So just really relaxing and enjoying it out here at the moment. It's good to be alive. Woo. We have got absolutely perfect conditions out here. Like there's not even any waves breaking on the reef, which is insane because I've never seen that before. It is flat as, no wind, no swell. Have a look at these conditions. Come and have a look. Following in your old man footsteps, mate?
Yep.
No, you'll be better, mate. You'll be better. Oh.
Lani.
Now Lani is. Have a look at this. And it's still alive. It's obviously just been washed up, yeah. How cool is that? Look at the colours of it. That's super creepy. That's super cool. Alright, so I don't know about you guys, but in our family we have a little tradition that each of us takes it in turns each night to light the fire. So last night Kobe lit it. It was a great fire. And tonight was Peyton's fire. And look at her, she's roaring now. So we just got back from Exmouth, picking up our postage before they sent that back. We got there with a day to spare, luckily. And while we're there, I just thought, bugger it, I'll just buy some jarrah wood. And yeah, don't have to go scrounging around the bushes for this stuff. And it keeps this stuff here nice and good. See, we got some brought wood and we got a fire. And we're also going to cook on it tonight. So we've brought this little invention. And we're going to cook our steaks on the fire tonight and enjoy sitting around the fire again. Ew, South Lefroy.
Cool.
That's pretty cool. Put the steaks in.
Close it up.
Close it up.
Why do you close it up?
Whack it on. Happy days. So this is what dinner is. Scotch fillet. Have a look at the price. And that's what you get. 3 pieces. That is going in my cage. And there they are. She's all closed up. And she's ready to rock and roll in this fire. And a bit of salad on the side. It's not finished yet, but we're halfway there. We'll have a go.
Daddy.
Alright, here we
flame
go.
grilled.
Let's give it a go.
Okay.
Steaks.
Dad, never say what's the worst that's going to happen because obviously we all know something bad can happen.
Everyone likes a bit of flame grill.
Steaks are on the cooker. Bit of torch, please, buddy.
Oh, hear that noise?
Oh, yeah.
Can they cook?
Flame grilled steaks. Woo-hoo-hoo. Now, I don't want to overdo them because it is quite hot in there. We just did the first flip. Some crispy bits in there. Now, I know the fire's not supposed to have too much flame, but we got back late and we're hungry. And it's still cooking. I think she's done. A little bit burnt in some spots, but she's medium. She's cooked medium. Let's go and give it to the cook inside and make some Royale dinner.
This is raw. This is as raw as it gets.
Well, that was cooking on the fire 101. She wasn't exactly perfect. There was a couple of bits there a little bit underdone. But I just chucked them straight on the coals and dirty steaked them. And I tell you what, I've never had a dirty steak before, but the flavours were unbelievable. Next time we're going to let the fire die down a little bit more and get some nice hot coals and cook it over the coals rather than the flames. I might even dirty steak one time because that was really, really nice. Now we are just going to sit around the fire,
And play games.
play a few games with the kids. Just going to enjoy the night.
And you can get.
Do your kids do this as well? Every
it
single
in
time there's a fire, they got sticks in.
And make fire.
Now, just so you know, my kids have been around a fire for a long time.
Oh.
They sort of know their boundaries. I have to pull them into line every now and then, but yeah, they're not going to burn themselves. I'm watching them, so yeah, they're all good. See you in the morning.
There's a bug in there.
Oh, good morning. Day number 3 here at South Lefroy. And unfortunately today, the rains are here. So it's currently sprinkling right now. And then tomorrow is supposed to get worse. So a few people packing up. Maybe they know something we don't. But yeah, we're going to go for a drive today. We're going to go check out Ningaloo. We've seen a few buildings. Might be the old station or something. We might go to James Bay. And then we might head over to Winnabandy, Point Billy, and check out the surrounds, just so that we don't go insane just sitting in the caravan. Rain days, if there's no reception, oh mate, you can go batty, especially with 3 kids in the caravan. Everybody loses their marbles pretty quickly because, you know, you get bored and there's not enough room to spread the love. So yeah, that's the plan today. We'll go for a bit of an explore and see what happens. Alright, now the reason why we had to go to Exmouth tomorrow was to pick up, obviously, our mail. I've gone and spent some money. Check it out. So as you can see, I have brought myself 2 Redarc 300 watt solar panels. I needed a new one for the car because the car just was struggling, and I thought, why not get one for the van as well? We're going to be doing this long enough. Another 300 watts of solar, and I'll explain to you why I do that, because of the system that we've got. So I'm pretty excited about that. I paid for them. They're not given to me. It's not an advertisement. $1,500 each. I didn't want them lost in the mail. Seems how it's raining, and we've just taken that big drive to Exmouth. Let's go through the battery system of why I got that 300 watt solar blanket. So to start off with is the Redarc Red Vision system. So the Red Vision system is located right at our door, and that controls everything in our caravan. Lights, power, everything, with the click of a button. Great system. Link it up to your phone. You don't even have to get out of bed to turn lights on and off. And then the second one is in the cupboard above the oven is all the fuses and the system, I suppose you could call it. So that's that. Now underneath the seat where it all happens, we have, so from factory, I had 2 200 amp Enerdrive lithium batteries. So Lotus, in their wisdom, have managed to mix both Enerdrive and Redarc to make one great system. So yeah, controlled by the Red Vision. And then I had 2 200 amps like I just said, and I've added in another one, so that gives me a total of 600 amps of battery in the caravan, which has proven to be fantastic at the moment. Partnered up with that is the 2600 Enerdrive inverter, And then running that is the Redarc battery management system, as you can see. But with this system, it only lets in 30 amps of charge from solar. That's the restrictor. So it doesn't matter how much solar you've got up on top, the 30 amps just isn't enough. So what Lotus have done is chucked in a BC-DC 1250 solar charger, and that gives us 50 amps. So the 30 amps isn't being used on the battery management system. It's purely just the 50 amps. So we've got 50 amps going into our system. Now what I can do is put some wires off the battery management system where the solar charger is and run them outside to an Anderson plug, and I can plug in my brand new 300 watt Redarc solar blanket, and that will give us a total of 80 amps rather than just the 50 or the 30, which is bloody handy, especially on a day like today where it's cloudy and it's overcast. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to run some wires out from the battery management system outside to an Anderson plug, and then I've got my 5 175 watt panels up top. They run through the 50 amp charger, and my new 300 watt solar panel, that will run through the 30 watts of Redarc battery management system, giving us a total of 80 amps. So that should help us out heaps. I know Energive have just brought out some new products, and one of them is a 100 amp charger. So maybe in the future, the new Caravans that come out won't have such a restriction. But yeah, I hope that's clear as mud for you. I'll, if not, ask some questions in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. No expert at electrics, as I said, but yeah, I'll do my best to explain it for you. Let's unbox this thing and set it up. Again, this is not an advert for Redarc. I do not work with Redarc. I love their products. They are a little bit more expensive than other brands, but you know, same as the car, you pay for what you get. Same as the Caravan, you pay for what you get. So yeah, I'm going to unbox it, and I'm going to hook it up and see if I can get some more sun in there, because at the moment we're getting none. There she is, all laid out. She's quite a bit bigger than what I was expecting, but that's all right. Big car, big van. Let's plug it in and see what difference she makes. Let's go inside first. So as you can see, we're at 79%, 4 days until we're flat. So I'm not even charging anything at the moment. And we've got 3.9 amps coming out of the battery, feeding the lights and the fridge. Let's plug this solar blanket in and see what difference it makes. So underneath the Caravan, I already have an Anderson plug in there, but that one is plugged in like the rest of them up top through the 50 amp charger, not the 30 amp battery management charger. But I'll still plug her in and see if it makes any difference. Now, it's not the anamorphous where it works well with cloudy conditions. It is just the monocrystals, but hopefully it does make a little bit of difference. Let's see. So one of the advantages of having the Redarc is that if anything shades one of the panels or a bit of the panel, it doesn't block the whole solar panel off like the other solar panels do. It actually bypasses it and uses the rest of the solar panel as the charging point, rather than shutting down pretty much the whole solar panel. That's why I went with that one. So let's turn it on. We're now 11 days until flat, so we're still not charging, but we've only got 1.7 amps coming out of the battery. So it's made a bit of difference, but we're still not charging. So it is very, very overcast, very minimal sun, but it has made a bit of a difference. So we'll see on a better day. Anyway, that's enough of solar and all the rest of it. Hope you got something out of that. The kids have finished. Kids have finished their schoolwork. It's still very overcast and still a little bit drizzly. Let's go and explore this place. Let's go see what we can find.
Woo!
It's random. Want to do that again?
Woo!
We've got a woo girl. They've got a dump point just outside of camp. Nice and handy. They've also got a little hotspot mobile reception thing. You get 2 or 3 bars of 4G, which is pretty good. Yeah, a whole bunch of people out there at the moment. But yeah, it's at the turn off of South Lefroy. You see the little aerial there and you park up next to it. We've just pulled up to Jayde's Bay and I didn't realise that it was a campground. There's one person in the campground and that's it. I don't know why it's not as popular as South Lefroy, but it looks like a beautiful little bay. It's probably more protected over there when the southerly comes through, but today she looks magnificent. But yeah, the beach is probably got more seaweed on it, but you can actually drive onto the beach here and have a look, which is what we've just done. We just figured it out that South Lefroy isn't in a full sanctuary zone. There are some restrictions there, but this one is a full green sanctuary zone, which means not allowed to do anything here, but the shoreline is the red zone, which means you can cast a line off the beach, but you can't go out boating. So that's why South Lefroy is full of fishermen and tourists, and this one not so much. But it looks like awesome reef out here that you go snorkeling out and have a look. Just wish it was a bloody better day. It's just starting to rain again now. That was Jayde's Bay campground and the bay itself. The campground looks like it's on a bit of a swampy sort of area, so you wouldn't want to be around there when it's raining too much. And it's got a dump point, no camp host there. It's all set up for a camp host, but no one's there. And it's got some old ruins around the place, but yeah, haven't heard much about it, to be honest with you. Well, we've come for a drive out to the homestead, and they've blocked off every single way to get in there. They're good that they're blocking off people driving up and down the sand dunes, ruining them. But yeah, have a look. Closed for management purposes. So you can't get in there. Yeah, if it wasn't raining, I'd get the drone back up. Just as I got it up last time, it started raining at Jayde Bay, and it's still sprinkling now. The drone didn't like it too much. But we'll carry on and go to the next spot. Alright, so that wasn't the old whaling station. That is just the old Ningaloo station, one of the sheds. And the road that was closed back there was the road to the lighthouse. See if we can find the old whaling station now. They've got rabbit-proof fences here. That's pretty cool.
So with the rainy weather, me and Peyton are going to do a bit of a cook up. We're going to cook pumpkin soup in the Thermomix, and I'll show you how we do it. Alright, so I just dice up all my veggies. I don't need to be diced too small because the Thermomix has a blade in it. So, pumpkin, sweet potato. Yes, Derek's going to yell at me for not using a chopping board. I'm in a bit of a hurry. That's all my veggies diced up. Pumpkin, sweet potato and carrot. And that's it. Some drinking water.
Ciao.
Now, I don't always add too much drinking water. Maybe 1.5 cups of water. But you can always add more water afterwards. And then
Nani, no, don't waste the water.
turn it on for 20 minutes. So I cook it for 20 minutes all the way to aroma on speed. Start on speed. Oh, look at that. Look at this. Yummy pumpkin soup on a cold, rainy day. I don't really have any cream or anything, but we've got some sour cream. So just a nice dollop of sour cream in there to make it creamy. And Bob's your uncle. Oh, that looks delicious. I've buttered up a whole loaf of fresh sourdough bread. It's pumpkin soup weather.
That was pumpkin soup done and dusted. Beautiful, beautiful soup. But now, it's time for cards. Have a look at the array of cards that we've got. We've got Uno, we've got Monopoly Deal, we've got Monopoly Bid, and what's this one?
This is Skippo, the world's best game.
So, we are going to hit up Skippo, play a family game of Skippo. If you are planning on travelling Australia, or you already are, or even you just go away for weekends or whatever, highly recommend keeping a bunch of card games in your caravan. So we've got Skippo, normal cards, Monopoly, Uno, and the other Monopoly game as well. Keeps all of us entertained on days like today. Skippo is our go-to, really. We love Skippo. We got taught this game by another travelling family that we met in Tasmania. They taught us how to play it, and since then we've been playing it heaps. So
Yeah, we love it.
It is awesome. Especially this one, right here.
I love card games.
That was like the longest game of Skippo in the world. Jade won, I come second, Kobe come last.
I come third.
Get out of the bush, mate. So yeah, we've all been cooped up in this caravan. It's not raining, it's not extremely cold, a little bit chilly, but not enough to put a proper t-shirt on yet. So we thought we'd just get down on the beach and have a bloody look. Jade's looking for sea creatures. Lani's running as fast as she can. Peyton and Kobe! Dad! Come on! Gotta touch Mum!
No, I'm not moving!
Stop running, Mum! Oh. 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 Oh.
I'm a winner.
Whew.
Oh, you won, Lani.
I'm done. That's enough exercise for another week.
Another one.
Who won?
Me.
Alright, take 2 of the steaks cooking on the fire.
Let's hope Daddy cooks them a bit better this time.
Oh, they were beautiful, mate.
Yeah, no, they were still mooing last night.
This time I'm gonna eat all my dinner.
Yeah, because if you don't, what happens?
I'm not having milk.
Yes, that's right.
Alright, so
This time it's
this
a little
time
bit better.
it's just Cole's cooking it.
Watch my wine.
Let's
It's
just
going to
wait.
take a little bit longer, but oh yeah, flame grilled.
I don't know if it's supposed to be that flashy. The oil. Oh, the oil, Mum.
Okay, just crisp the outside, and then when the flame dies down, the coals will cook it.
Just measuring.
Show us what you do to the fire all night, guys. Alrighty, another day. Still rainy and windy, unfortunately. Good thing about rainy days though is that the kids get to do a lot of schoolwork. We can just nail a lot of schoolwork. So they've done a heap of schoolwork this morning. While they were doing schoolwork, little Lani, she was doing her arts and crafts and playing with her little dolls and just really trying to keep her entertained, to keep her out of the way of the kids. And it can be somewhat difficult with a toddler. Battery situation for today, we're down at 55%. At the moment it has got a slight charge with all the solar panels that we've got on there and the solar blanket from yesterday. But while I'm here, all of our neighbours have left. So I thought it would be a great time to show you the camp just quickly. So I just want to run through that quickly with you now, and then we're going to go out for an explore. So this is our camp, we're on site 53. Now off the entrance road, you've got a little turn-off bay into each camp, and ours is the entrance into 51, 52, 50, 51, 52 and 53. So we're at the end, we're at the dead end of the little cul-de-sac, you could call it. And our site is huge, so let's have a look. So we've got all of this space up here, obviously where the caravan is, and all through the car. We've got our little fire pit set up over here, and that is the entrance to the beach. The beach is just there. And as you can see, a little bit of space over here. So really you could probably fit two caravans on site 53. Now also with site 53, it comes with a little bit of a turnaround bay. So the car's behind me and there's a bit in there. So I use that to reverse in. And as you walk up here, so this is the road in, you've got site 52. So 52 is quite small. I reckon I would have struggled to get my caravan in just with the entrance. So that's site 52. They've got their own beach access. Right next to them is site 51. So this is site 51 with the entrance. Yeah, it's quite tight in here. We were tossing up between 52 and 53. Glad that we did go with the 53 option. Then you come down the main driveway again, and this is site 50. Site 50 is quite large with double access. So this is one way in. As you can see, they've got all of this area, and they've just moved in this morning, but they've gone for the day. They've got that area and then the other driveway. So I just walked in through there, and then they've got this main driveway here. So if I was to get into 52, I would probably have to reverse all the way up here to get my caravan in, which isn't impossible, but as you can see, it is quite tight. So this is the main entrance in. Go for a bit of a run. So as you can see, site 50, 51, 52 and 53 all come off here. Now this way is the entrance to the other campsites all the way up to 70, and this way is back to the main beach and the camp host when you drive in. So that's a little tour of our site and the ones next to us. That might help you in choosing what site you want. Now yesterday we went for a walk all the way up the beach yesterday afternoon, and we met some friends down there, and they were on site 6 and 7, which is right on the beach. We might go for a drive there now and see if we can show you. For me, they had an awesome spot. They dug out a nice fire pit, a seat that they could all sit in the sand, the fire pit in the middle, right on the beach, and yeah, lots of room, loads of room. But there was a group of about 50 people, about 50 meters from them, that do their annual yearly trip, which isn't a bad thing, But ours is a lot more private, but theirs is a lot more on the beach. So it depends what you want. Let's go for an explore and get out of this caravan. Woo. All right, so we've just taken a drive all the way from our camp, checked out the camps all along the way. Now the sand is the same all the way along throughout the whole tracks. It's a little bit boggy, but nothing that you need to worry about. I know it's wet at the moment, but even when it was dry when we drove in, I had the caravan and I wasn't stressed. But this is site 7. And 8 is up this way. And 6 is back up this way. And have a look, you are directly right on the beach. So that's the camp and that's the beach. Now this time of the year you're allowed to have fires, so you know you can have your fires right on the beach looking at the ocean. For me, this is what beach camping is. This is what it is right here. Yeah, if I had my choice, not that we did, we could only get what we could get at this time because it was fully booked out. 6 and 7 would be 6, 7 or 8, 9, 10, all along this stretch here is just magnificent. Yeah, sites 1 to 26 is to the left and the rest of them are to the right of the caretaker as you drive in. I reckon the left is the way to go. Yeah, sites 1 to 26, if you can try and book them ones, jump on them ones. Now we're just going to take a drive down to the whaling station, the old Norwegian whaling station. So you can get there by boat or you can get there by car. So you drive past all the campsites, just keep following the track along. Still driving in towards the old whaling station, and have a look at this. Got some cool old relics, rusted old metal. Look at the bottles. Some old metal here. Just everything's just been dropped and left. Back here somewhere there was some old wagon wheels. Along the track there's also some old coral that looks like whale bones, but I think it's just bits of old coral. Have a look at that. Scattered around the place. Alright, so it's still got a little bit of asbestos laying around, but we're lucky because it's been raining and there's no dust particles getting around. But have a look at this, all the old stuff. Okay, have a look at these concrete pads for something. Obviously a fair structure here. And look at that. It looks like an aeroplane crash.
Yeah.
It's the size of one, isn't it? Look at that. It's obviously been here for a while. They set up some serious stuff here.
It's a roadway. But look at all the whatever.
So this is all the concrete pad. Love to see some old photos of what it looked like when it was up and running. Obviously not the greatest thing to be running, killing whales and that, but still be cool to see some photos of what it looked like then compared to now.
Oh, look at this.
Just to get an idea. Oh, look at it.
Look at the wires. He's probably mushed them up there. Look at that big thing.
We've just taken a little drive out to the beach, and as you can see, it's all scattered here on the beach as well. Have a look at this big rig. No, not Larky. This big rig.
Dad, is it like a brick wall and stuff over there?
Is there? Let's go and check it out. Look at this. Some serious infrastructure going in here.
It's all connected to rock. Whoa, what's this, Dad? Like a whale line?
Nah, I think it's just a bit of coral, mate.
What's this again?
Have a look at it. That looks like the inner ear of a whale. So you can get the inner ear of the fish out. That sort of looks like one, but whale size. It's a good find, dude.
Can you hear me?
Such a beautiful looking bay, and being a whaling station, I don't know, but I'm guessing that a lot of gruesome things happened here to the whales. It's such a shame that we did that back in the day. I understand we didn't know any different, but at least we do today, and it's mostly stopped. But yeah, this bay is just magnificent. Even the starfish don't want to be around here anymore. There's so many starfish washed up on this beach.
They've all just died as well. Like, they're still really soft and squishy.
Oh.
Why have all their legs been broken off?
I'm not sure, but it's sad. She looks like she's about to bucket down. We're just getting back in the car. And have a look at this. It's looking pretty wet. That was the old ruins of the Norwegian whaling station. Pretty damn cool. Now we're going to head back and maybe go see Point Billy and see what's around there. Meant to be some good squid off the point there, so might even go back and chuck a squid jig on and see if I can catch some fresh squid for some dinner. Either way, we'll bring you with us. We've just taken the drive here to Point Billy. Low tide. They've got a boat ramp here, which is just some rocks and some concrete, and then the natural rocks. So obviously if you've got a bigger boat on high tide, you can drive it down here and you won't get bogged in the sand like at South Lefroy. But again, beautiful flat bay. You can't see out to the reef because of the rain, and it's raining on me now. But this is Point Billy, another camp spot. There's a camp host on this one, and a bunch of people camping with slightly bigger boats. So yeah, more of a fisherman's thing, I think. But either way, Point Billy's nice. Let's get out of this rain. So it looks to me as though it's just like a big grass field at Point Billy, and there's a few campsites on the grass. They've mowed it and kept it down and whacked a few sites on there, and that's where you stay. So no sand. And it's rocky sort of beach. It's not sand like at South Lefroy, so definitely not so good for kids, I suppose. But
Looks like some good squid out there.
But yeah, we've been given a red hot tip that there's squid out there. So later on this afternoon, hopefully the rain dies down, and I can shoot out to the point, try and catch some fresh squid. Well, North Lefroy. again, a beautiful looking bloody beach. The campsites are set a little bit further back than South Lefroy, and it's a little bit more swampy looking, but it's not swampy, but it's still nice. So many beautiful places that you can stay along this coast. You just can't go wrong, I don't reckon. For me still, South Lefroy is the pick of the bunch, and that's probably why it's the most popular. But yeah, North Lefroy. Well, that was a day exploring with us. There's not much else we can do really with the weather, but you know what, had a great day, got lots of schoolwork done, seen some sites that we're going to come back to for sure. But now it's time to sit back around the fire and have a beer. Cheers guys. Wow, good morning. What a wild, wet, windy night we had last night. Caravan was shaking, the wind was blowing through and it bucketed down basically. But today we're going to pack up and we're going to leave. So yesterday on our little adventure that we did all around South Lefroy here, we went to Winnabandy and that's our next stay. And we got talking to the camp host while we were there, and our site, the people had packed up and left because of the weather. Now, you know, I was spewing that I didn't take the boat off here, so rather than wasting that, if we go to Winnabandy today, then that's 5 nights at Winnabandy, and it's worth getting the boat off. Where if I stay here for another 2 nights and then go to Winnabandy and have 3 nights there, it's not really worth getting the boat off. So we scored. The bad weather has scared a lot of people away. A lot of empty sites around this whole area now. So yeah, we're going to do a quick pack up, shoot around to our site at Winnabandy, and yeah, get the boat off and go fishing there. So yeah, quick pack up now and we'll start heading off.
Time to watch the master himself reverse and get out of here like a pro.
Well, that was a quick pack up, not a proper one because we're only going 10-20 minutes down the road. So caravan's hitched up. I've got it in 4 low and I'm going to put it in manual mode. I've got to reverse out and then swing around and get on out of here. So let's give that a go. Hopefully we don't get stuck. The sand's very wet. So yeah, it works in our favour a little bit there. Let's do it. Turned out it was a piece of cake. Didn't even spin a wheel, but yeah, like I said, the sand is very wet, so don't judge our site by that. Right time of the year, it could be a lot boggier. Right now, yeah, not so boggy. On to Winnabandy. That wraps this one up, guys. South Lefroy, it's not always beautiful, it's not always spectacular. Unfortunately, we got some bad weather here. But we will be back. Like I said, so far this is #1 along the Ningaloo Coast for us. Next up, Winnabandy. So we'll see at the end of which one we like best. But yeah, thanks for watching. If you like, hit the like button, subscribe. We'll see you next week down at Winnabandy. Yoo-hoo!